Getting your first data job is very, very difficult, no doubt about it. I will tell you that 100%. It is very difficult getting your first data job. Now, imagine that you are not from a STEM background. Maybe you are not from the engineering or computer science, computer engineering. Maybe you are from biochemistry like myself, or from microbiology and the rest. It becomes even a lot more difficult. Getting your first data job, it is very difficult. And in this video, I want to show you how I was able to get my first job even as a biochemist. Now, trust me, it wasn't easy. But this, I can tell you, if you use my own as a case study and you follow the tips and I'm going to share with you in this video, it becomes a lot easier. So keep watching this video. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, like and comment. So let's get right into it. Now, as a biochemist, when I started, it wasn't an easy journey. After the trainings, after the learnings, after the YouTube's videos, all the courses, now to get the data job. Now, after the learnings and everything, then I started putting in for jobs. But because I'm from a biochemistry background, it becomes a lot difficult because most companies want someone that has a STEM background, engineers preferably, and then computer scientists, computer engineers. And again, because there was no prior experience. If I had like prior internship, maybe 6 months, it would have helped me a lot. But now I'm coming with zero knowledge and I don't want to start afresh. You know why? Because I've already done 3 years job somewhere else. Now imagine that I'm going to start again afresh. So that is a lot difficult. So what was the workaround? So this was the workaround. So I started building projects. My first project I could remember, I had to meet with my supervisor and said, please give me the data set of the company, just a dummy one, not the real one. So he gave me that data set and then I analyzed it. I sat down with it, analyzed it. After analyzing what I did, after even doing normal EDS, relative data analysis, I went ahead and built a model to predict someone that will not pay their bill and those that will pay their bill. I was working with an energy company at that time. So I used XGBoost classifier for this model. And it was a nice, I think it gave me around 90% accuracy and it was fine. So I built that. After that, I went ahead and scraped, I think I scraped Nairaland, I scraped GG. So I scraped all these websites, built a dashboard around it, and I added it to my portfolio. So then even with that, I discovered that it was a lot difficult still getting that data job. So what did I do? I discovered that one of the best routes to enter the data field is through training. So I will bet you, if you really want to enter this data field very quickly, become a trainer. You can even solicit to train for free. Just meet with people that are running trainings, companies running trainings. Just volunteer to train their students for free. So one of the ways is to ensure do what? Start training. I applied to a training firm in Abuja. I saw online. I think it was on Instagram. Yeah, it was on Instagram. Then I applied. Then I was lucky, they picked me. Then I started training. The work I was doing, I was pushing as a part of my portfolio. And it really helped me. So when I got my first interview, I think like 2-3 months later, I got my first interview for a data role. So this training kept me active because one other thing is, if you are not careful, if you are not engaging, you become a bit relaxed and then you start forgetting all that you've learned. So this training really kept me active. When I got my first interview, it was not that difficult for me to answer those questions, although I had to do a lot of convincing, to convince the interviewer that I can do the job. And let me tell you, the fact is, training is different from the real life job and learning is different from the real life job. What has helped me was those projects I built, and the trainings also helped me, at least I would say by 60 to 70%. I would say it was helpful. Yeah, so I attended that interview and luckily I was picked. So I was so happy. Then even after getting the job, I started ensure that I was learning. There are some terminology that I was not used to. I had to learn them, go back to my Google. So you keep learning. That's another thing you should know, that in this journey you keep learning, right? I've always been saying this in my video. You keep learning every day. Learn how to use the Google tools, the Google search, your ChatGPT and everything. Learn how to use it professionally to achieve your tasks. So this was what I was doing, and that was how I was able to launch my first job. So I just wanted to share with you what I did. First thing is build projects. That is the first thing to help you start building projects. not just project data sets, just getting data set from anywhere. Go around. There are in your company current, if you are working in your current workplace, get their data, dummy data, you know, and work with it. You can do a questionnaire in your estate, in your environment. Do a questionnaire and just ask about some questions, then let them fill it. You can gather 1,000 data records. That is fine. Build a dashboard around it. There was a guy that did a very wonderful job on Nairaland. He did some topics. I think I did that as well at some point. Just do that. You know, I told you I did GG. And by the way, there's a challenge coming up on a data set I scraped with Python. I'm going to be sharing the video as well. We watch also to teach us how you can scrape web data with Python, and after that we're going to do a challenge. Just watch out for that. It's going to be very interesting. So first thing, like I told you, is build project. 2 is after training, you are yet to get a job, start a training. Get a training gig. You know, train students. As you train them, you questions you ask, you become active, and then it keeps you ready for the job. I hope you learned something. My name is Mike, the Great Analyst. Please do well to subscribe to my channel, and see you next time. Bye.